After 3 weeks of tense and often bitter debate, the members of the second Dáil faced their moment of truth 100 years ago tonight in this room in the National Concert Hall, then part of UCD. At issue was acceptance or rejection of the Anglo-Irish Treaty, signed in London on December 6th, following months of hard bargaining between Irish and British delegations. Supporters said it was the best deal available and could be improved on in the future. It gave, in the words of Michael Collins, the freedom to achieve freedom. But opponents, led by Eamon de Valera, saw it as a betrayal of the Republic and thought it should be rejected, even at the risk of renewed war. Surprisingly, the debate saw little mention of partition or of wider questions of how the new state should develop.
The debates were characterised by a focus on the relatively small issue of sovereignty, which would resolve itself, and on interpersonal rivalries within the Sinn Féin party. There wasn't that focus on the big issues, on the vision for the country, and in many ways that set the wrong tone for the newly independent Irish state.
De Valera was anxious to have the vote on the treaty before Christmas, but Collins successfully argued that TDs needed a break, and that break was significant.
TDs had returned, they had consulted with their voters, they had consulted moreover with their local Sinn Féin organisation, and these people on the ground were broadly in favour of the treaty. So therefore a large proportion of TDs returned, and they voted out of respect for their constituency's wishes.
As crowds gathered outside, the result was announced by Ceann Comhairle Owen McNeill. 64 votes for the treaty, 57 against, a majority of 7. Despite apparently overwhelming public support, the treaty had only just scraped through the Dáil. If 4 TDs had switched sides, it would have been defeated. But the consequences of the decision made here were profound. Within months, a bitter and divisive civil war. Within a year, the establishment of the Irish Free State. And for a century, the fundamental dividing line of Irish politics, which began in this room in the vote over the treaty. The decision taken here 100 years ago still has echoes today. David McCullough, RT News.